Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I want to talk about how I've noticed how my writing has changed and I write more through my experiences. And yeah, so it's been like probably 2 weeks since I've uploaded another video on YouTube, and what I've noticed is during the writing journey is that I write more through my experiences. Whatever experience I collect throughout the day or the week, I just go ahead and just, write about it. And it's actually very simple. It has made my writing a lot easier and a lot more realistic because I just, write my experience from, the specific journey. For example, yesterday I went to the zoo. So today I came home. No, so today I sat down and just wrote about the zoo. And then I kind of put my imagination, like, my characters into it and how they have experienced it, or just specific scenes. So I kind of took my experience and took my imagination and thoughts and just put it together. And that created a beautiful scene. So it's just, I think, some writers do it, some don't, some just like, sitting there and just imagining all of it. But for me, it's just more about, you know, it's writing specifically about something that is fun. I want writing to be fun. So I think that small experiences makes you have a lot to write. So that all of the experiences that you take or that you make, you know, are like materials for your writing or for your thoughts. And I've been like noticing a lot these past few days. So it's just easier for me to reflect on it and also take it and write about it. And small things like, going to the zoo or just interacting with strangers or sitting in a cafe and watching movies. Those experiences, you can make so many cool like scenes out of it. And you just need to have this reflect or this awareness that all of these things can become ideas, and you just need to be aware of it. So yeah, what I've been kind of trying to learn, or just trying to kind of do is become more aware about it and just like make writing fun for myself. But yeah. And yeah, so it's just summer holidays right now, so I have a lot of free time to just concentrate on my writing and not really be, distracted by other stuff. And I would say that I've been giving a lot of my attention to writing specifically, and that has made it a lot more that has made it a lot more easier for me to just, imagine stuff and just spend more time on the quality instead of just writing and not really caring about, what it has, if it has something to do with the chapter itself. So, yeah. Mm, yeah, so, um, the characters that I'm writing right now, they're like three characters. And of course there are other characters as well, but they're not really main characters. They're only, background characters. And the more, the three main characters are the ones that are giving, having the most attention, and each of them that represents something. And I want to kind of learn how to, I want to kind of make the writing, show not tell, kind of, where I'm just like, describing what the characters are doing or just their actions or how they're kind of interacting with strangers or their family or friends, and how they're just, their experiences or their achievements or goals. And through that, I can, show a lot more to the readers and make the readers more, or just, learn more about the characters themselves than, telling the audience how they are, or telling the readers how they are. For example, one of my characters, let's say, Elias, is sitting on a chair. And the best way to describe it, instead of saying Elias is a quiet person, I can say Elias is sitting on a chair, was sitting on a chair and didn't speak much. That I can, they're completely two different stuff, and one is like showing and the other one is telling. So I've been more concentrated on showing it instead of telling it, because there's like, a trick that writers kind of play on the readers, where, the readers have to figure it themselves out, what is going on, or, stuff like that. And that makes writing a lot more fun for me, or for writers in general, or even for readers who like to read it. So yeah, it's just like giving the readers or the audience 2 plus 2 instead of 4. They say that, and yeah, I mean, back then I used to really think that writing had to be loud. Not really loud, like if there's like an adventure that's happening, I thought that the characters had to be loud. They had, there should be a lot of characters. There should be a lot of like, telling. And now it's just completely changed, because I think that there shouldn't really be too many characters, because then you forget about how you forget about certain stuff, and it's just very annoying and frustrating. Right now, just like I said, I have only 3 characters, and I can just relax most of the time with those 3, and just, every one of them represents something, and just like that I kind of move on with the book and through the story. And I know then, like, I know when it's time to finish the scene or the chapter or the book, and it's just kind of, you cannot really describe it as a writer, but it's just the story itself kind of tells you, yeah, it's enough, stop it, and yeah, you cannot really describe it. I don't think anyone can really describe how they write, because it's just simply so personal, and it just happens, and it's, either it's all imagination, or it's like a mix of imagination and experience, or just experience. So yeah, this video was just like an update. It was not really something that about, an education video or something. It was just my writing journey, or like the writing style that I have right now, and how I've been writing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.